Okay, so Andrea Pirlo yesterday announced his retirement from all forms of football, aged 38. He had played 872 games as a professional. He finished obviously at New York for the last 2 years. He was told he was too small, he would never make it, blah blah blah. He won multiple Serie A titles and a World Cup in 2006. He'll be remembered for that cheeky penalty he took against us in the Euros, where he basically made a mockery of Joe Hart. Brilliant player. The thing is, a lot of players are retiring at roughly the same time. I think you'll find. I think he was the last, apart from Buffon, he was one of the last of the 2006 Italy World Cup winning squad still playing. I think there's a few others floating around, but not many. So it's been 12 years since he won the World Cup. He was... I think at his best in about 2007, 2008. So he peaked some time ago. The fact he's played till 38 says something about his fitness levels and his commitment. And we can debate the credentials of the MLS and it being a retirement home for over-the-hill players till the sun comes down. I think the job of any player playing in a league is to develop that league, and especially if he's a foreign player, is to bring up the local talent. I think that's where the Premier League's gone wrong. We have too many foreign players and that drowns out the local talent. But no, he had a great career at AC Milan, he had a great career at Juventus, and he chose to go to America 2 years ago and wind down his career because he never had much pace to lose in the first place, but obviously the higher paced European game was too much for him. He wanted to keep going for a little bit longer. He seems the time is right. But the difference between Pirlo and a lot of the English players is he has a lot of longevity. He's been around the game for a very, very long time. It took him a long time to reach the top as well. It took him a long time to get to the top, and he stayed at the top for a long time as well. And I think another big difference is how composed and calm on the ball English players aren't, and other European and South American players seem to be more composed on the ball, and when things are going wrong they seem to have a bit more self-belief and can think ad-lib and go off the cuff a lot more. But yeah, anyway, Pirlo's announced his retirement. I think 38, if he'd stayed in Europe he would have retired 2 years ago. When he came to the end of his Juventus contract, I think that should have been his natural end. That shows how uncompetitive the North American MLS is at the moment. It will get better. It will get better, but at the same time, it's got to compete with more established pro sports out in the US and Canada. I don't think we'll ever get the appeal of American football or ice hockey or baseball or basketball. They are far bigger than it. They take up far more TV time. So it's debatable whether it can break that ceiling. But yeah, do I think do I think players should go to the US to finish their careers? Possibly, if they want to keep playing and if they can sell the game and grow the game, but by all means. But on that token, the quality of football is not as good by a long shot. It's nowhere near the level of European and South American competition. But it is a growing sport out in the US, and that's what going forward needs to happen, is to continue to grow the game. What now for Pirlo? Will he get into management? Will he get into coaching? Or will he just retire and do his thing? A lot of ex-players are being unfairly criticised for not getting into coaching roles and going into media. But in the media, unless you make a severe gaffe and offend people, you're guaranteed a job almost for life. as I mentioned, there's so many coaching changes so quickly and rapidly that it's no job security. And it doesn't matter if you've been playing at the top level or the lower levels. You need job security, because outside of the top European leagues, the money isn't that great. Not at all. And in the lower divisions, the money's pretty poor, and to be on a management contract, to be kind of just cut off at the knees, sometimes getting into the media is a better bet. I honestly don't know. But a lot of players have been accused of not loving the sport because they rather get into TV work than into coaching. Pirlo, he's a genius. He's a footballing genius. He'll be a brilliant coach, but at the same time, would he suit coaching? Who knows? The fact that he's played at the top level for over 20 years, nearly 20 years, about 2 decades, says something about the player. He's won a World Cup. He's appeared in Champions League finals. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Serie A title with both AC Milan and Juventus. He's had so many caps for Italy. You cannot deny the talent of the man. Be it he is small in stature, he was never the quickest, he's not the most physical, but his footballing brain, he's a genius. I think he's lasted a lot longer than a lot of his other teammates in the Italian side from 2006 winning squad. He's been lucky with not having too many severe injuries, so he's stayed reasonably fit, where a lot of the others have had shorter careers due to injury, or once they've recovered from the injury, the fitness hasn't quite come back. So he's been lucky with not having too many injuries. He's had nearly 900 career appearances, so he's up with some of the best of all time, no doubt. And in the modern era, he is one of the best. He's underrated as well. He's severely underrated. He's a magician. So I don't know. Some great players have graced the field and then had very colourful off-field antics. Pirlo hasn't really had colourful off-field antics at all. He's been pretty quiet. But yeah, it's a shame he's decided to retire. Like, there's been a couple this season who've either announced this will be their last year or have a tie with immediate effect. And depending on how Juventus do this season, this could, as I mentioned in previous video, this is Buffon's last season. He might go to the World Cup, and that could be, any World Cup match could be his last game. So there's a lot of change with the old guard going and then the new up and comers coming through. There's a lot of young talent, as shown by the youth setup of England winning 2 World Cups this summer. So all is change. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will have another video for you soon, and please like and subscribe. Place your comments below if you think I should do another video on another player or sportsman. I'll be happy to do a video on another sportsman. Thank you very much for watching.